Hey everyone, it's Grayson the Goosebumps Kid here. Welcome to the official Q&A video. And I want to thank all of you who have left comments, and I want to thank everybody for the opportunity for being on YouTube. It's been a real pleasure, and I hope to continue doing this for a while. But you guys have been waiting for it, so without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and get into the Q&A video. So I've got about like 11, 12 comments here, I believe. Not as many as I thought I would get, but it's still quite a few. So I appreciate those of you that left comments. And if you weren't able to, I really do apologize. But I guess we'll go ahead and get into this because I know you guys have been waiting a while. This video might be a little long, so bear with me here. I know you guys don't like sitting here for 20 minutes, but that's what Q&A videos are. So let's get into it. So let's go through the comments here. All right. The first question we got is from Fallen4VR. Their two questions are, have you read any Fear Street or Point horror books? I have not read any Fear Street books, which I really want to. They seem darker than Goosebumps. Hopefully they're good. Let me know in the comments if they're good. But as for like any other kind of horror books, I have read Dead Time Stories. I've read a couple of them. One I've posted, the other one I'll get up to uploading and reviewing right after this video, so stay tuned for that. But no, I haven't read any Fear Street books. I have read some Dead Time story books, though. And their other question was, what Goosebumps book do you wish had an episode adaptation in the 90s show? Man, that's a tough one. Let's see. We've had quite a lot of the OG 62 books been adapted. Some of them had their titles changed, I'm pretty sure. I hate how they treated Monster Blood in the show. Really wish they would have done it better. But if we're talking Goosebumps books from like 90s, honestly, I would probably have to say The Curse of Camp Cold Lake, because that book was really dark and a lot darker than most of the OG books. So I really would have liked to see what they would have done with that. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get to all of them. And, we do have this new Goosebumps show, but it was kind of mid, which I'll get into that at some point. I won't get into it here. But anyway, thank you for your questions. And hopefully you'll continue watching my content. Okay, next question is from Adam Garrick 8335. He said, what's your favorite cover art? I'm assuming he's talking Goosebumps. Favorite cover art. I'll just list my top 5 because I'm not really sure if I can pick a favorite. Or top 3, sorry. I know Haunted Mask is one. Then, of course, you have Night of the Living Dummy. Then I'd probably have to say Ghost Beach, even though I thought it was kind of a mid book. It wasn't bad. I definitely think it's underrated. I thought Ghost Beach had a pretty cool cover. So yeah, those are my top 3. Thank you for your question. Shadyside Library. What's up, man? It's been a while. Thank you for leaving your comment. And here are his 2 questions. Who are your 3 favorite authors? Of course, one of them is going to be R.L. Stine. A.G. Cascone, which are actually 2 authors, 2 writers. It's probably my second favorite because I did enjoy the first Dead Time Stories, and I did enjoy this one that I will be reviewing after this video. Third favorite author. Man, probably Stephen King, because I did enjoy the movies, and I have read at least one of the books. I believe it was Gerald's Game, the one that I read. I thought it was really interesting. So Stephen King is probably my third. And then his other question is, do you have any Goosebumps merch? No, I do not. All I own is books. If you guys would like to send me Goosebumps merch, I'd be happy to get Goosebumps merch. But I don't know. I mean, my room doesn't really have a lot of space for that. That's mainly the reason why I haven't been collecting any. And number two, I just wouldn't know where to put it if I did get it, and I don't know what merch I should get. I would get a t-shirt, but, that'd probably be about it. But yeah, if you have any, like, merch ideas for me, or if there's anything you guys would recommend, let me know. I just have to figure out the space for it. But, Shadyside, thank you for your 2 questions, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you for continuing to support me. Definitely check him out. He's a really good Goosebumps YouTuber, or just horror book movie reviewer in general. Okay, next one's from my good friend BD Horror. Definitely check this guy out. He's really good. I'll leave links to these channels down below, the ones I've been pointing out. He says, "Congrats, my man. Thank you so much. Which Goosebumps story would you like properly adapted in the old or in a new TV show if you were given an option?" I believe somebody asked me this before, but he did phrase it differently. Or a new TV show. So yeah, that is sort of different. I'd probably have to say in a new TV show. If we're talking Goosebumps 2023, I'd like to see what they do with Attack of the Mutant. Because, from what I've seen on the show so far, it's had its good episodes and it's had its bad episodes, which I will review later, not right now. I want the whole controversy of that show to die down first. Hopefully we'll get a season 2, probably not. But, Attack of the Mutant definitely would be the one I would pick for a new TV show if I was getting an option. And then the second question was, what are some of the movies or things you like for entertainment outside of horror? Outside of horror and outside of movies or things, I'd probably have to go with probably Groundhog Day, and entertainment probably just like video games and stuff. That's some stuff I do other than Goosebumps. But yeah, that'd probably be some of the things I do outside of that. Thank you, BD Horror, for your questions. Really appreciate it. Definitely will leave a link to your channel down below. All right, next question is from Grab the Switch Mike. He says, "Congratulations, man. Do you do your thing?" Oh, okay, it's not even a question. You just congratulated me. Thanks. Thank you so much for that. All right, next one's from Blue525252. He says, "Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. Just some questions here. Question 1, have you considered a new category, something like things like Goosebumps? Namely, Are You Afraid of the Dark or Haunting Hour TV episodes?" Well, that is actually something I've already done. I've done Dead Time stories on this channel. But, if we're talking Are You Afraid of the Dark or Haunting Hour, I don't know if I could cover TV episodes right now. But, Are You Afraid of the Dark, I probably could cover, because I'm pretty sure, is that a book series? I'm not really sure. I think it's a TV episode, series, but, yeah, I would look into covering that. I just don't think I could do it right now. But I am doing Dead Time stories, so, yeah, I look forward to that. And his other question is, what are your favorite movies, horror or non-horror? If we're talking horror movies, I'd probably have to say Friday the 13th Part 6 or Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And if non-horror, I'd probably have to say an Adam Sandler movie. I'm trying to think of it. Happy Gilmore. Probably that, and definitely Avengers Endgame. I really did enjoy that. Even though Disney has ruined a lot of the Marvel stuff. Won't get into that. Thank you so much for your questions, Blue. Thank you. All right, next questions are from Horrorchannel Reviewer. He says, "Congrats, you've been such a great asset to this community. Thanks for being a part of it. Since you answered a lot of Goosebumps questions over the years, I'm going to ask you 2 questions about the show called Supernatural." Thanks. All right, his questions. Would you consider reviewing some episodes or seasons since it is horror related, whether it be here or on Stranger Grayson? I would probably cover that on Stranger Grayson because it's not really a book series. It's more like a TV show thing. I might cover one episode, but I'd more than likely probably do it on Stranger Grayson. I don't know, because that show has like 15 seasons and like 20 episodes, so that'd probably be hard to cover. And his second question is, could you tell us about your top 3 favorite seasons and why? God bless you. Great job. Thanks. Top top 3 favorite seasons is Supernatural. That's tough because there were some really good seasons and really bad. Definitely not season 15. I did not enjoy season 15 whatsoever. Season 7 would probably be my number 3 pick because I really did enjoy the Leviathan aspect of it and how Leviathans pose a threat to angels, which angels never really posed a threat up until, or angels weren't really threatened until that season. Probably season 11. It would be my number 2 because I really did enjoy the thing with the darkness and Amara and God finally being introduced into season 11. I thought that was pretty cool. Favorite season though, I'd probably have to go with season 3. I thought it had a really good mixture of like classic Dean and Sam Winchester, but it also brought in a lot of the characters that I enjoyed. Either season 3 or season 4 would be my number 1 pick. So yeah, those would be my 3 favorite seasons. Thank you for your questions. All right, next question is from Pulp Fiction Books. He said, if Jacobus could do a cover for any one book from the Horrorland era onwards, which book would you choose? I would probably have to pick, if we're talking Horrorland, probably Scream of the Haunted Mask or Slappy New Year, because I don't think he did any of those cover arts. I don't think he does any of the newer ones. Probably be those 2. So, thank you for your question, man. All right, I think this is the second to last question. All right, yeah. Next question is from Happy Boy 1259. He says, what state do you live in? I live in the grand state of South Carolina. I know some of my other YouTubers live in the eastern part of the United States, but, yeah, live in the grand state of South Carolina. Very urban, rural state. Rural state. Definitely a good state to live in. Let's see, do I have any more questions here? Yep, I see them. There's like 2 or 3 left. All right. I believe these are the last questions. Last questions are from Ariana Gonzalez. First one is, who do you think is the best Goosebumps villain? I'd probably have to say Slappy. That's just personal bias because I really did enjoy Slappy growing up, and I still enjoy him now. Next question is, what is your favorite Goosebumps book? I cannot decide on that yet because I have not read all the Goosebumps books. But if we're talking some of my favorite ones, I'd probably have to say Night of the Living Dummy 3, Haunted Mask, and Monster Blood 2. Those would probably be some of my favorite ones. Are you excited for the new book by R.L. Stine? I'm not sure what book you're talking about. I mean, sure, I'd be excited for anything R.L. Stine, but I'd have to understand what that book was. Fourth question, when did you first discover Goosebumps? I first discovered Goosebumps in about 3rd, 4th grade, but I didn't really get into it until about 5th grade because I started watching other YouTubers cover it, mainly somebody like Zach Baby TV or Goosebumps Aussie fan. Number 5, who would you think is stronger, Slappy or Clarissa? I think Clarissa. I'd have to say Slappy because I don't remember who Clarissa was. You'd have to refresh me on that. Number 6, if you could write a letter to R.L. Stine, what new book titles would you suggest to him? Oh, I really should have planned this out ahead of time. What new book titles? I definitely would want to see a sequel to I Am Your Evil Twin. New book title. If we're talking new book titles, I couldn't really tell you because that would have to involve a lot of thinking process, which I don't have right now. But it'd probably be mainly just like sequels to books I think deserve a sequel, mainly like Attack of the Mutant or like A Night in Terror Tower, which I know it got a sequel and Give Yourself Goosebumps books, but come on. We need like an actual sequel. What was your very first Goosebumps book? I believe my very first one was Night of the Living Dummy 2 or Deep Trouble, and that was when I was in 3rd grade. Didn't really get into it that much, but then I started reading some other ones, and I really did enjoy it. What is your favorite Goosebumps episode? Favorite Goosebumps episode? I'd probably have to go with probably an old story or, what's it called? Attack of the Mutant. I definitely think those were like my 2 favorite Goosebumps episodes. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Attack of the Mutant. If Stein told you to give him a new monster to write about, which one would you choose? Trolls, Cyclops, Witch, Goblin, or Dragons? And there's one that's Griffin, but I don't know Griffin, so I probably won't count that. Trolls, Cyclops, Witches, Goblins, or Dragons? I'd probably have to go with the Cyclops, because we've already seen stuff from Dragons, like in Series 2000. We've already seen Witches. I believe we've seen Goblins before. Yeah, so it'd probably have to be a Cyclops, because I think Cyclops are really cool. Oh my lord, these are a lot of questions. What book cover from Goosebumps are you most fond of? Or are you more fond of? I'm assuming that's supposed to be most fond of. Like I said, probably Curse of Camp Cold Lake, because I thought that cover was really creepy. Since Stein brought back a lost book, which was Slime Doesn't Pay, do you think he'll do more? If so, which ones? Or, if so, which ones, and which ones would you like to read? This is worded really weird. Do I think he'll do more? Most likely, because he did bring back Slappy New Year, and he did bring back Slime Doesn't Pay. I probably would like to read Happy Holidays from Dead House, and I would definitely like to read that other Give Yourself Goosebumps book that didn't have a title, just had penguins on it. So probably those 2. Okay, we're getting down to the last few. What villain would you want to see more books about? Attack of the Mutant. Attack of the Mutant. Attack of the Mutant. I really do enjoy Attack of the Mutant. What objects would you want to be haunted in a Goosebumps book? Okay, this is a very blunt question. I would not want to be haunted by anything, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be the cuckoo clock. No, I take that back. It wouldn't be the cuckoo clock. It'd be the haunted mask, because... No, Headless Ghost. It'd be the Headless Ghost, because I would know how to deal with him, and I would know it's all fake. Do you think... Question 14. Oh, my lord. Do you think he should make more zombies books in the House of Shivers? I have not read House of Shivers, so I can't answer that, but I love zombies, so sure. Would you want to see Slappy in the new series? See, that's tough, because he's made a lot of books about Slappy. I mean, possibly, but I think he's done enough with Slappy. I think he's kind of gotten stale at this point. But, like, I still think Slappy's a good villain. I just think he's written about him so many times. Last question. Would you want to see Clarissa return in the new series? I can't answer that either, because I don't know who Clarissa is. If I do know who she is, I can't remember. So, please let me know who Clarissa is down in the comments, anybody. I feel real stupid right now. I'm probably not educated. I feel uneducated right now. Let me see if there's any more questions. Yep, there's one more. No, there's 2 more, actually. This one is from Blue again. He said, if taking more questions, do you have any pets? Yes, I have 4 dogs. They're so cute. One of them's a Great Dane, about as tall as me when he's standing up on 2 legs. I recommend not getting a Great Dane. They're really hard to take care of. Still love the dog, though. All right, and then his other one is, what would you ask R.L. Stein if you had a chance to meet him? I would just ask him what his opinion is on the new series, actually, because I don't think I've actually seen him talk about it. And that's saying something, because he normally talks about all his Goosebumps-related stuff. I have not seen him talk about the new series at all. So that would probably be something I'd want to ask him. Definitely, 100%. All right, I believe that is all the questions. Let me go through here. Yep, I believe that is it. So, thank you all for leaving these questions. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for 200 subscribers. Really means a lot. And hopefully you guys will stick with me during this awesome journey. Thank you all again for the questions. And I will see you in the next Goosebumps book review or whatever video I have for you all next. God bless all of you guys, and I hope you have a safe weekend. Bye, everyone.